16 is a custom project. It's a staircase with waterfall spillway holes starting a waterfall that goes underneath the staircase, and it was all custom made. This project turned out fantastic. She was a real pleasure to work with, an artistic person, and the home was an 1800 Victorian style home. It wasn't a hard to access area. It took us a little bit of time because of that, but this was when Brad the handyman rejoined our team, and man, we were feeling grateful that he came and answered that call to come help us during Mark's back injury. We were able to finish this project in time. We went to the state fair during this project with our families. Thank you, Justin. Without you saying, hey, we need to take a break, I probably wouldn't take a break. And that was awesome because I needed that time to go and spend with my family and do something activity during the day. And it was the perfect time to get to the state fair because there wasn't as many crowds as a Saturday or Sunday. So it was a fantastic project. The design turned out awesome. It's growing in and it's planted. I love these spillway bowls because they're this cool blue color, and the contrast of these bowls to our stone really stands out nicely. I really love the staircase, and what's really fun with that is we left a crack in the staircase so you can see the water traveling underneath you, and then we lit it up at night so you can really see how you're walking over that water. Oh, I love the way this one turned out. Can't wait to go back to that one. Check this out. So project number 11 is something you can do with a larger budget. You're gonna have to have a larger budget because we're using 4 pumps, 2 different pump housing units, tons of aqua blocks, specialized preformed fiberglass waterfalls, fountain features. We call this a Fountainscape because it's a hybrid where we're mixing in preformed fountains with our real stones, making real waterfalls, and really having this hybrid. In this case, we wanted a 360-degree viewing angle. I love this project because these clients are near and dear to me. Her father is somebody I built one of my first waterfalls for, and he was just a fantastic person. We got to know each other, and then Sherry moved out to Lake Elmo, and they had a pond, and it was having maintenance issues, and we added a wetland filter, added some trees, added a bunch of water plants, and turned that one around, and they loved it. So what I love about that is when they decided to move to the west side of the city, they wanted to be closer to their grandkids. She built the house and built this spot knowing that we were going to do something that no one had ever seen before. And she said to me when she was building the house, don't worry, Nick, when all the chaos of the construction's done, all of that, I'm gonna give you a call and we're gonna build something that no one's ever seen. And I was like, okay, that sounds awesome. So guess what? 3 years later, she gives us a call, been watching us on Instagram, been watching us on Facebook, been just huge supporters to us personally. We've maintained friendship. I just love them. We've also built a pond for her daughter, so I've served 3 generations of the family. Actually worked with 4 different families within the same family because we built a project for her brother. It's just, I love the family. I love them. I'm so grateful to work with them. And she called and said, we want to do something that no one's ever seen before. And guess what? We built a huge Fountainscape with 4 different pumps running, with waterfall walls, with basalt columns, with an overflowing spillway bowl, with an urn, with mossy limestone that makes these really cool waterfall, and it's 360-degree view angle. You can drive all around it. It's a complete unique creation. I think it's the first in Minnesota to look like that. I know Premier Aquarium installed a cool one after us, but it might be the first Fountainscape with that mossy limestone worked in with that cool pre-made fountains in Minnesota. It's something no one had ever seen before. We definitely hit the goal. I love it when the night lights are on. It's a reason you get to see it a lot throughout our highlights. It's because it turned out fantastic. Check this out. So project number 23 is our large ecosystem pond. This is 21 by 26 and it's 3 feet deep. We have 25 foot of stream, we have a 6 by 8 wetland filter, we have a grande skimmer, a 10,000 gallon an hour pump, and Shahi's got a checklist of things that we went through when we did our episode. This is just one of those ones that turned out fantastic. And when we did project number 23 here, what I really like about that is the rock work. So when you're looking at it, it does look pretty masculine because we had to do some real build-up to help us get that height of the waterfall. And so that waterfall really has the view that's going right towards that deck, and everything's meant to crash towards that, so the water looks like it's changing as it's coming down there. Love the way project 23 turned out. The client's very happy. He didn't mind giving us the old thumbs up on camera and telling us to go ahead and use that. And our client is a master gardener. His green thumb is beautiful. He has been working non-stop. It's gonna look fantastic because he's planting everything and it's just gonna grow in lush and it's gonna be beautiful. Check this out. All right, so now we're going down to Punta Gorda, Florida. What a fun trip this was. It was Aquascape's winter retreat. Have you watched that episode yet? It's a 2-part episode. We were blessed to be able to join Aquascape in doing some construction and working with an amazing group of people. Just fantastic builders. And then we got to spend our evenings getting meals together and just deepening some friendships. Made a lot of fun friends, met some new people on that trip. But I wanted to show you was it's a custom project because this pondless waterfall that greets everybody as they're pulling into Aqualand. It's about a 30-foot long pondless waterfall, but what I really like is the stone selection. So that's why we're including this in our custom projects. If you're looking to get something in Minnesota that has that Florida feel, we can do that for you. It's just a matter of rock selection. So we can get this cool sandy limestone, sandstone for you, and we can get it shipped up here to Minnesota, and then we can always do annuals. We can plant palms every year. We can plant a lot of those annuals and give you that feel like you're out in Florida. Or if that's not really your thing, that's okay. But I wanted to include it in this video so you can really see an example of what that stone looks like. Let's check this out. And then we went from doing the pondless waterfall on day 1. That's where I allocated my time to try and help and record. Then we moved on to day 2 where we did an awesome ecosystem pond with an intake bay. This inspired us to feel confident to be able to build intake bays for our clients. And we've already sold 3 intake bays for 2020. I'm really excited with those because they work fantastic. And it's going to be so much easier for our clients to take care of their ponds with an intake bay versus having to empty that skimmer net all the time. So I'm really excited by those. Their wetland filter on this Iguanaland project is humongous because they're going to have turtles and things going in and out of this ecosystem. And then the ornate design that we were able to make. I mean, I just love following Aquascape and being involved with that because every single time we're involved with a group build, we feel like we get better and we learn something here or there. We make a friendship, something that makes us better. Let's check this out. You know, I've been helping Jay Duke, and Jay Duke contacted me back in 2018 on Facebook and said, hey man, I really like what you're up to. I got some questions for you. And I said, absolutely, I'd be happy to answer questions. I really want to help you enjoy this building of aquascape systems, because this lifestyle is very unique. We very much love our job, and when we're done, we get to leave some really cool things behind that are going to stand the test of time. How cool is that? So that brings up the next project, our next custom project. If you look at what we were able to do in South Carolina with Jay, what a unique and fun opportunity. We put 5 bubbling urns centered around an old pickup truck. This pickup truck had been on the property since the 70s. It actually belonged to the client's grandfather. So we were able to honor that legacy and turn it into something that's beautiful and a center point that people are just going to walk up to day after day, and they're going to enjoy this water feature. I really love the way this one turned out. Check this out. Love going to Aquascape. I love going to Aqualand, and I love being around that environment and seeing just how creative that team is. One of the things that was so fun to be a part of was that Q Center fountain. I mean, that thing is humongous. There's so many spillway bowls, water flow going on. Your eye just has so much to look at. That's one of my favorite custom projects. We were involved in that one. I also wanted to show off the huge swimming pond at Aqualand. I mean, this is a 600,000 gallon swimming pond. So if you want to create your own lake that's crystal clear that you can swim in, we can do that too. And that's why we wanted to include it in this custom video. I mean, check out this huge pond. Check this out. So that's why we want to include it in our custom packages, just kind of show you all the different ideas. And if you see something on there, you're like, oh my gosh, I want that, but I want that in my yard, then give us a call. Let us know, hey, I'm really interested in that such and such that I saw on your video. That's it for the custom videos. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure to tune in next week. We're gonna have some fun stuff where we're looking back at some of our more favorite moments that we caught on camera up to this point.
Some days you're the truck. Some days you get hit by the truck. There's always a truck.
Sponsored by Pond King Water Gardens. Living works of art, 1 yard at a time.